Now the properties of the waves. We have different properties of the wave. When the wave is passing or striking a surface, it can reflect, it can refract, it can diffract, it can interfere, and it can diffract, or it can be polarized. But polarization is not valid for all type of waves. It is only for transverse waves. Transverse waves can be polarized. Longitudinal waves cannot be polarized. The first property is reflection. We discussed yesterday. I gave you an overview of this. So the term reflection here refers to when the wave strikes the surface, it bounces back, it changes the direction, and this property is known as reflection. So the wave which strikes the surface, if this is a reflecting surface, the wave which strikes the surface is known as the incident. The wave which bounces back after striking a surface, that is known as the reflected. Imaginary line which is perpendicular or 90 degree to the surface, that is known as normal. And according to law of reflection, the angle between the incident and the normal, it will be equal to angle between the normal and the reflected. This one is called incident ray. The other one is known as reflected ray. If you draw the wave fronts represent identical points of the wave. The only thing which changes during a reflection is the direction. So direction of the wave changes. The second property is refraction. The term refraction means property of a wave to change speed when travel from one medium to another. So as it moves from one medium to another, the speed changes. So for this one, example, if you are talking about the water waves, because we can have different scenarios. We can have a water wave traveling from one medium to another. We can have sound waves traveling from one medium to another, or we can have light waves traveling from one medium to another. If you're talking about the water waves, the two medium for water waves, one is a deep, another one is shallow. Example, you have a sound waves. For sound, you can have two medium. Example, an air is the wave is traveling from gas to solid, and you have light. Light is traveling, example, from air to glass or air to water. When we compare the speed for water waves in deep, it is faster, and in shallow, it is slower. When we compare the sound waves are traveling faster in solid or a dense medium, and they're traveling slower because sound required a medium to travel, so they're traveling slower in rarer medium. And for light travels faster through a vacuum 3 exponent 8 meter per second, which is all about electromagnetic radiation. So in air it will travel faster, and it is slower in denser medium. So when we sketch here the wave fronts, as the wave fronts are traveling from, for water waves example, the wave fronts are traveling from deep to shallow. Sound also, the wave fronts are traveling from say gas to solid, and for water for light also it is traveling from air to glass. So when we compare the speed, because as we know, as the water waves travel from deep to shallow, shallow region is having a higher density, so they will lag behind or slow down. The wavelength will decrease, speed will decrease, but the frequency remain unchanged. But for sound, opposite will happen, because sound travel faster in solid. So the part of the wavefront which are in a solid, they will travel faster as compared to part in a air or a gas. And for light, the same thing happen. Light travels slower in denser medium, so it slow down or it will also lag behind. So and all these properties, these are showing a refraction. So this is also a refraction. The wave changes the speed. Sound waves also changes the speed, or light waves also changes the speed. So change in speed depending on the type of the wave as well as the density of the medium. So sound waves, when you compare, not bending towards, bending away from normal. These waves are bending towards, like if I show the direction of the wave, because the direction of the wave is always 90 degree to the wave front. So it is bending towards the normal. But when we compare the sound waves, they bend away from the normal. As the wave speed increases, so simple idea, if the speed increase, it will bend away. And if speed decreases, it will bend towards the normal. Then how we define a term interference? The term interference means combination or superposition of two or more waves. So when two or more waves combine together, they mix with each other, they give rise to another wave, and we call this as superposition. Example, if these are the two waves, and these two waves mix with each other, you can see crest mix with crest and the trough mix with trough. So what they will do, they will enhance or they will increase the effect of each other. So as they increase or enhance the effect of each other, as a result, what we will see, we'll see a loud or a high pitch, or a wave, not about pitch, a wave of higher amplitude. So this is interference, and what we call this interference, we call this interference as constructive interference. Like the two waves enhance the effect of each other, give rise to a wave of higher amplitude. But it can also be other way around. If two waves, the crest of the one is joining with the trough of the other, so they may cancel out the effect of each other. So if they try to cancel out, it can be completely cancel out the effect of each other, or the amplitude of the wave might decrease. So when they try to reduce the effect of each other, this is also an interference. But this type of interference, it might produce no wave, or it might produce a wave but with a lower amplitude. What we call this interference, we call that as destructive interference. So there are two types of interference: constructive interference or destructive interference. If two waves combine with each other and cancel out the effect of each other, we call destructive, they destroy each other. And two waves enhance the effect of each other, construct each other, so we call that as constructive interference. And you have observed these type of interference, like example, a very common, if you are, say, in an arena or you are watching a football match, if everyone is saying the same word, as a result what you will, or as a result what you will observe, you'll observe a loud sound. So why there is a loud sound? Because that is due to the interference and constructive interference. Is it clear, the concept of interference? Now, to understand the interference or the condition for constructive and destructive interference, we explain it interference in two terminologies. To explain this idea, what we use the term phase difference, and we use the term path difference. Phase difference means in terms of angle. When we compare the change in the angle, we call that as a phase difference. A path difference, when we compare their wavelength or a distance, we call that as a path difference. I'll continue this explanation because there's a minute or two left, so I'll share another link and complete this discussion of interference.